What's good YouTube, Ben here, welcome to the next video on the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you my deck profile for my evil Destiny heroes. So if you want to see more content like this, please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Please remember to hit that like button because it's really important for the algorithm. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell to be notified of all uploads and live streams, and don't forget to join me on Twitch. That link is in the description below. Let's get into the video. Alright, so we're on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and this is my evil Destiny hero deck that I made it to Platinum rank with. It's actually a really fun deck and a very interesting take on Destiny heroes with some fun strategies. I see a lot of Destiny hero decks on YouTube, and they all play the same way or a similar way and only have like one, maybe two different strategies in mind. This deck has quite a few different ones, so it has a main strategy that you want to use, but if you need to use a different strategy, you can. So let's jump in. So we're running one copy of Destiny Hero Disc Commander. So it can't be special summoned for the graveyard the turn it was sent, but if you special summon it on a different turn, you can draw 2 cards. It's a great draw engine. One copy of Vision Hero Vion. If this card's normal or special summoned, you can send one hero monster from your deck to your graveyard. So basically it's good if you want to send Malicious and don't have like Destiny Draw or Foolish Burial or something. 3 copies of Destiny Hero Drill Dark. When it's normal special summoned, you can special summon one Destiny Hero monster from your hand with attack less than or equal to this card. So any Destiny hero that has 1600 or fewer attack points, you can special summon directly to the field. It's a great way to go into link plays or fusion plays. 2 copies of Destiny Hero Decider. This monster cannot be destroyed by level 6 or higher monsters, so it's actually a decent wall against a lot of decks right now. And then it has a couple of effects in the graveyard. Well, one effect in the graveyard. So this card normal special summoned, you can add one hero monster for your graveyard to your hand during the end of phase of the turn. It's a great way to get something like Drill Dark back. Or when a card or effect is activated that will inflict damage to you while this card's in the graveyard, you can return this card to your hand. If you do, make that effect damage 0. So this card also negates a bit of burn, which is nice. 3 copies of Destiny Hero Celestial. So its effect is okay, but primarily you're using it as fodder for Drill Dark. To summon to go into link plays or Xyz plays or whatever. 3 copies of Destiny Hero Draw Hand. This is a fantastic card. So if this card is special summoned by the effect of a hero monster, you can make each player draw 1 card. So it's fantastic, and then the turn it's sent to the graveyard, next turn you can resummon it and both draw a card. It's fantastic. 2 copies of Evil Hero Justic Gold. So you can discard this card, add 1 Dark Fusion or 1 card that specifically lists Dark Fusion in its text to your deck to your hand. This is also a fantastic way to go into our Evil Hero play. 2 copies of Destiny Hero Dynatag. Dynatag is actually a lot better than people give it credit for. Not only is it target for Drill Dark, but it's also good fusion fodder, and it has a decent set of effects. So during damage calculation, you will take battle damage quick effect. You can discard this card, make yourself take no battle damage from that battle, and if you do, each player takes 1000 damage. And then its other effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Destiny Hero monster you control. It gains 1000 attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. So it actually has quite a few decent effects, and it's a decent one to run 2 of. 2 copies of Destiny Hero Malicious. We would run 3 if it was allowed, but you can banish the card of your graveyard, special summon 1 Malicious from your deck. It's a great way to get a monster onto the field to go into a fusion or a link play. 1 copy of Destiny Hero Plasma. So Plasma is actually one of the strategies I included in this deck, and trust me, this strategy has saved me many times. But basically, you need to tribute summon 3 monsters, there's no way around that. So 3D heroes or 3 of whatever. And then it negates the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls. So that's really cool, and then it can equip a monster from your opponent's side to it and gain half of its attack points. So that's really cool. Running 1 copy of Raigeki, just to destroy all monsters your opponent controls. We're running 1 copy of Foolish Burial, which sends 1 monster from your deck to the graveyard. 1 copy of Reinforcements to the Army, adds a level 4 or lower warrior from your deck to your hand. Since pretty much all D heroes are warriors, it's good for that. The Warrior Turning Alive, which is actually a much better card than people give it credit for, especially in a D hero deck. It adds 1 more warrior monster from your graveyard to your hand. Excuse me. Sorry if you didn't see the video of where I've been, it's because I had pneumonia and the flu, so I've still got a bit of a cough. I'm still having a little bit of breathing difficulty. 3 copies of Destiny Draw, so discard 1 D hero and draw 2 cards. It's a great draw engine for this deck. You definitely want to run 3 of it. 2 copies of Dark Calling, which allows you to fusion summon 1 monster that requires Dark Fusion. We'll get into that in a little bit. 3 copies of Lore of Darkness, another great draw engine for the deck. Draw 2 cards, then banish 1 dark monster in your hand. Since all D heroes are dark monsters, it makes it really cool to use. 3 copies of Fusion Destiny, of course, it's the main fusion card for the D heroes. So you use monsters from your deck as fusion material and send them to the graveyard. Which is also great for a couple of combo plays, like using Dynatag's effect, using Decider's effect, using Discommanders when you revive it. So many good combo plays. Lightning Storm, 1 copy of, to either destroy all attack position monster opponent controls, or destroy all spells and traps. It is a good card. I actually hate that it's a good card because everyone uses it, but it is still good. 1 copy of D-Force. Now this is where the Plasma strategy comes into play. So when this card is activated, you can add 1 D Hero Plasma from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Whilst you control Destiny Hero Plasma, apply the following effects. You cannot draw during the draw phase. Your opponent cannot target cards you control with card effects. Each D Hero Plasma you control gains 100 attack for each monster in the graveyard. That's both players. Cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Also make a second attack during each battle phase. So with Plasma blocking on monster effects, and then with this protecting your side of the field, if you get those 2 on the field, the game is pretty much yours. I have pulled that combo off so many times, and people just rage quit because they can't get past the combo. So all they can do is overpower you. If they have something that's stronger, they can destroy you. But if not, the game's pretty much yours with that combo. 1 copy of Super Polymerization, just because it is super useful in this deck for a couple of the fusions, and since a lot of people run dark decks, it is super useful to have. 1 copy of Twin Twisters, just for a little bit of spell and trap removal, and 1 copy of D-Tactics. So during your standby phases, you can have all hero monsters you gain control 400 attack. It's a permanent boost, by the way, so if this card goes, the attack still remains. And then, if a level 8 or higher Destiny Hero monster or Destiny Dragoon is special summoned to your field, except during the damage step, you can banish 1 card from your opponent's hand, field, or graveyard. And then if this card leaves the spell and trap guard zone, it's destroyed by your opponent's card effect. You can add 1 Destiny Hero monster from your deck to your hand. It's a really good card to run 1 of, and it has helped me quite a few times. So let's jump into the extra deck. So we're running 1 copy of Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. All it takes is 2 Dark Monsters, which is a great target from Super Polymerization. We're running 2 Destiny Hero Dystopias. Excuse me. So it takes 2 D Hero Monsters. If this card is special summoned, you can target 1 level 4 lower Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that target's attack. If this card's current attack is different from its original attack, except during the damage step quick effect, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it, and if you do, this card's attack becomes equal to that card's original attack. So it's a decent way to wipe off a bit of board by destroying targets, and then also dealing some burn. We're running 1 Predaplant Draco Stapelia, which is 1 fusion monster and 1 dark monster. Again, it's a really good target for our Super Polymerization. So 1 of your fusion monsters, 1 dark monster on their side, and it's basically yours. Its effect really isn't that good, but it's a decent target for Super Poly nonetheless. We're in a 1 copy of Evil Hero Malicious Bane. You only really need to run 1 of this, so it takes 1 Evil Hero monster and 1 level 5 or higher monster, which we're running quite a few of. But this thing is basically an absolute beast that can barely be destroyed. So it can't be destroyed by battle. And then, so, must be special summon Dark Fusion, cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. During your main phase, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to this card's. Also, this card gains 200 attack for each monster destroyed this way, and that's a permanent boost, by the way. Also, you cannot declare attack for the rest of this turn, except with hero monsters, so it's really OP, very hard to get rid of. It's just a really good card to run 1 of. We've got Predaplant, I can't pronounce that. Again, through dark monsters on the field, Super Poly target, you can get rid of 3 of their dark monsters to summon this thing. Again, its effect really isn't that good, but it is okay if you can get it out. Like when your opponent special summons a monster from their extra deck while you control this fusion summon card, you can negate the summon if you destroy it. If your opponent controls a monster or Predaplant counter, you can special summon this card from your graveyard in defense position. So I guess if you went from this into this, and put Predator Point counters on the field. But again, it's not a combo you're going to be pulling off. 1 copy of Destiny Hero Dominance. I would run 2, but I don't have 2, so if I ran 2, I would get rid of this for another copy of this. So it takes 3D heroes during the main phase. You can look at the top 5 cards of your deck, or your opponent's deck, and sort them in any order, which is already powerful. And then when this card destroys a monster by battle, you can draw 1 card, and if this monster is destroyed by battle by card effect, you can special summon 3 Destiny heroes from your graveyard. So it's really good for that, because if you need to get monsters back to link summon or whatever, this gets destroyed, you get 3 back instantly. 1 copy of Extra Hero Wonder Driver. So it takes 2 hero monsters. If a hero monster is normal summoned or special summoned to the zone, this card points to target 1 polymerization spell card, 1 fusion spell card, or 1 change quick spell card in your graveyard. Set that target. You can only activate the effective Extra Hero Wonder Driver once per turn. If this card is destroyed by battle, it's in the graveyard, or this card in your possession is destroyed by opponent's card effect, it's in the graveyard. You can special summon 1 hero monster from your hand. So it's a good way to summon something, or it's a good way to get fusion cards. Running 3 copies of Extra Hero Cross Crusader. So when this says link summon, you can target 1 Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You contribute 1 Destiny Hero monster and add 1 hero monster with a different name for your deck to your hand. So it's, again, you're mainly using this to summon something back, because then with that you can go into this bad boy, Extra Hero Dread Decimator, 2+ hero monsters. This card also, any hero monster it points to gains 100 attack for each hero monster in the graveyard with different names. This card attacks for a special monster, inflict piercing damage. This is going to be the main link monster of the deck. It has beefy attack points, I could do piercing, so it's really fun to run. And we're running 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn. This is just to, for a little bit of extra destruction if you need it. Because it is super easy to summon 2 monsters with different names. But yeah, that's the deck. So basically, you're either going to, you ideally want to start with summoning this going into this guy with two warrior monsters. Then with its effect you could summon 1 back, so you have this and another monster, and then you would go into this guy, and then hopefully you would either have like draw power cards, or already a fusion destiny in your hand to go into a fusion monster. So go into the fusion monster and then basically start going ham. But of course you have the evil hero plays if you do need them. You also have a couple of super polymerization plays for if the need arises to do so. So there's a lot of plays you can make with this deck, but let me know in the comment section below what you think. Don't forget to like the video, don't forget to comment down below again, like I said, what you think, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to turn on that notification bell to be notified of all uploads and live streams, and don't forget to join me on Twitch. That link is in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time.